What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Basketball Wives, Season 10, Episode 12, I believe we're on. So, or 11 or 12. 12. So, we still out in the desert, okay? And the ladies are ready to leave. Jackie is disappointed. She's like, I don't understand what the problem is. You know, we're out here. This is really nice. And my thing is, Jackie, you know good and daggone well that this ain't nice. And the rest of the ladies upset because they said you misled us. And let me say this. Ultimately, Jackie was like, what are you talking about? I didn't mislead you. If you look it up, it says it's a 4-star place. I didn't lie. I told you 4.5 stars. And the rest of them are like, girl, stop playing. You know, so she was like, well, look, let's eat. So they ate outside, and the chef did seem like it was, the food sounded nice. The chef gave a description, and it sounded like it was a whole lot of the foo-la-la, expensive type stuff, you know. The chef did the whole breakdown description or whatever. And, Brooke was like, well, chef, can you tell us how this was prepared? Like, she trying to trip the lady up to see if she's, like, up to par. And the lady was able to do everything she said, and then she was like, I mean, the food is good, but I can't even enjoy it because it's so cold out here. It's just so cold out here. And Jackie, like I said, Jackie was upset. She's showing the ladies to the different trailers. And again, y'all, if you had got inside, the trailers was laid out. The trailers was all right. I mean, they wasn't laid out. Like, it wasn't like luxury, you know. It was all right. And, of course, the ladies was like, yeah, we're not staying here. Like, we're not doing this. Like, I don't know what games you playing, but we're not doing this. So Jackie went off to the side and had a conversation with Brandy. And she was like, I don't understand what's wrong with them, Brandy. Like, why they not trying to rock with me? And Brandy was like, well, Jackie, I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't trying to rock with you either. Like, I'm really not trying to stay here. I don't understand. Like, I support y'all and everything y'all do. Why y'all can't support me? And they were like, girl, like, we want to support you, but we want to support you somewhere where we feel safe. Like, they are literally in the middle of the desert. Now, I mean, granted, wasn't nothing going, you know. But, so then, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. You know what I was thinking? That's why I lost my train of thought. I don't know if any of y'all followed the Johnny Depp trial, but there was like a campground out by Joshua Tree that they talked about in the Johnny Depp trial. And I was thinking, I wonder if this is the same place. But anyway, put a pin in that, moving on, because I don't know and I ain't looking it up. But neither here nor there. So, Brooke, while Jackie is talking to Brandy, Brooke is off to the side booking suites. Now, I said this in my last review because it sort of overlapped a little bit. But she booking suites like they really hers. Talking about something, I need 4 suites and I don't care about the cost. First of all, girl, if this was for real, I don't care how much money you have. For real, you ain't booking suites for all of them. You like, I'm going to book my suite. Y'all can either stay in my suite or here go the phone. Y'all can go ahead and make y'all own arrangements. You ain't balling like that. Like, we know that was a VH1 slide. And what probably was the situation was, they probably were going to spend, the plan was probably for them to stay one night there and then go to Palm Springs to these suites that just happened to be available at the Margaritaville where they ended up going. But the ladies was like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. We ain't staying here overnight. And it was like a coup. So basically, Jackie had to leave because everybody else was leaving. And she was like, well, I ain't going to stay here by myself, you know. So they end up going. And they, like I said, they staying at a Margaritaville down to the Palm Springs. Now, I have stayed at a Margaritaville. Margaritavilles are nice. Okay, moving on. So, Jackie was like, well, I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. And she puts them out her room, child. Her and Duffy are sharing a room. So, the next morning they're eating breakfast. And who shows up? British. And British is very emotional. She's not in glam. And she talks about how hard it was. You know, like, she as much as she could, she explained the situation. And honestly, pretty much all she could say, you know, was that a couple of years ago, she had a conversation with the IRS. And next thing you know, she getting a call from her lawyer telling her that she been indicted. So you know that there's a whole lot between the couple of years ago and her getting indicted. But of course, it's an ongoing criminal investigation. It's an ongoing situation. She can't say more than what she just said. And I can respect that. You can't say more, girl. But she said that the one person she's disappointed in the most is Lorenzo. She said the first thing Lorenzo did, rather than try to support her, be there for her, figure out how he can help, he calls her mother talking about, yeah, I'm coming to get my daughter. I'm gonna get my daughter away from her. So she was like, Jackie, don't say nothing to me about Lorenzo, don't try to, like defend him. I'm done, and I'm done for real. Like, for me to be going through what I'm going through, and that's the first thing out his mouth. But again, y'all, Lorenzo was with British for the last couple of years off and on. He might know more than what. Listen, it's just more to be said. And do I think that it's appropriate that that was the first thing out his mouth? Yeah, no, probably not. But before British got there, Brooke is on this thing where she keeps calling Jackie a liar, and Jackie don't like it. But let me say this, Jackie. Now, later on in the episode, you admit that you misrepresented the facts. Baby, that's a lie. Listen, y'all can come up with 20,000 ways to define the word lie, but if you misrepresented the facts, baby, you lied. You lied to them, and most of them are upset, not so much that you had them in the middle of the damn desert, but most of them are upset because you lied and you tried to turn it into something it wasn't. Talking about something, we're going to a 4-star, 5-star, situation, and y'all are going to have a good time, and don't worry about it. It's going to be great. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But I look at the rest of y'all and I'm like, but y'all let Jackie take y'all down that road. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at you, Jackie, and I'm side-eyeing the hell out of you. But I'm looking at the rest of y'all and I'm like, but it's Jackie. Like, it's Jackie. Like, what y'all thought y'all was gonna get? It's Jackie. So anyway, but Jackie already starting to get irritated with Brooke, and Brooke knows she irritated with Jackie. So later on in the day, they decide they going on this. Jackie got an excursion, so they going with Jackie. Jennifer's staying back because she said her back hurts, and Brooke is staying back because she said, I don't even trust Jackie. Now, what I can appreciate, Brooke, is that you ain't try to pretend like, well, no, I'm gonna stay with Jennifer because her back hurts. She was like, I don't trust you, and I don't know where y'all going, so I'm gonna stay right here. I can respect that. Be honest, stand in your shit, do what it is, say what you're gonna say, mean what you're gonna mean. So anyway, with that being said, Jackie takes the ladies. Child, she take them to go see witches. Baby, why did Brandy show her ass? Brandy was like, I'm a Christian. Don't do this. I am not here for this. No ma'am, no how, no way. And then she gonna tell British, and you bring your ass over here because you need all the Jesus you can get right now, okay? You don't need no bad spirits around you. You don't need no witchery, no devil's work. You need to come with me. Now, I think Duffy and British probably would have left with Brandy if Brandy hadn't acted the way if she hadn't handled it that way. Brandy literally was acting like them people was chasing her with pitchforks, okay? If she had said, Jackie, I don't feel like, if she just walked up to Jackie and was like, I really don't feel comfortable with this. This really goes against my faith, and I'm not cool with this. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the hotel. And if she had gone up to British and said, British girl, I really feel like you've been through a lot these last 2 days, 3 days. How about you come with me? I don't think this is the right place for you. I think British would have left. And hell, Duffy might have left too. But the way Brandy acted, she's screaming and yelling at people. She's yelling at them. Y'all are witches! Oh my God! I don't do this! I don't support. I think the way she handled it is the reason why the rest of them probably stayed. Because I think they were embarrassed and they didn't want to leave Jackie hanging again. So Brandy goes back to the hotel. British and Duffy stay with Jackie. First of all, they just read the tarot cards first, and then they did a pendulum situation. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna say I would have been comfortable. The tarot cards probably wouldn't bother me so much as the pendulum thing. I don't know how I would have felt about that. But Brooke gets back to the hotel, and of course, Brandy gets back to the hotel. Jennifer and Brooke are poolside, and she goes down there, and of course, she relays the story, and Brooke is like, see, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't trust Jackie. I don't know what Jackie got going on. You know what? No more Jackie excursions. I'll plan the rest of this trip. It's my trip now. I'm taking over. And Brandy, when she's like, and you were right about Jackie. Right? So, of course, they spend the rest of the time talking about Jackie and how, off the hook she is and how crazy the situation is and why would Jackie do this and why would Jackie do that, and she been lying to them the whole time and they just don't trust her no more, and I don't know what she got going on with Doug, but she ain't gotta put me out there like that, and she don't have to put us through what she putting us through, child. Okay. Now back to the witches. Honestly, they ain't say nothing that we ain't already know. Okay? Y'all sat there and told that woman that Duffy just got out. I mean, that British just got out of jail, and she gonna tell her, you know, you have some adversities coming. Well, duh. I literally just told you I was getting out of jail. So anyway, there were no great revelations. Brooke recalled a time when her and Jackie was down to the New Orleans, and she said Jackie took her to a seance, and then she said that a sleep demon took over and had her paralyzed. Now, I've never heard of a sleep demon, and far be it for me to tell somebody what their experience is, but I'm really like, sleep demon, paralyzed. I mean, okay, girl. Whatever. So everybody comes back, and later on that night, they're going to dinner. Now, Duffy, British, and Jackie are already at the restaurant on time. Was British there? I know Duffy was there. Yeah, British was there. But the rest of the ladies, Jennifer, Brooke, and Brandy, they upstairs in their room rubbing holy oil on them before they go down there talking about some, I don't know what kind of demons might have jumped on you and I need to protect myself. So they get to dinner, and Jackie is telling Brandy, like, I'm really upset with you about the way you acted. Like the way you acted was really out of pocket. Like, I really didn't appreciate. You embarrassed me. You yelled at me in front of the ladies. Like, I didn't really appreciate that. And of course, Brandy was like, what you mean? Like, you had me with witches. Like, you had me with the witches, girl. And I didn't appreciate that. Like, I didn't appreciate you having me around witches. You had me with the witches. And I didn't appreciate that either. And, so then Brooke, starts putting her little 2 cents in, talking about, well, we know Jackie been lying to us the whole time. And Jackie was like, listen, I'm really taking issue with the word lie. Like, I've been really trying to hold my tongue, and I've been really trying to keep it classy, because y'all know I can act a fool. Y'all know I can go off, and I'm really trying to keep it classy. And of course, Brooke was like, well, you can go off, I can go off. What you trying to do? However you want to carry it is how we gonna carry it. And she was like, what you talking about? Because all I said was that, I'm just trying to explain how I felt and why I was hurt by what Brandy did. And Brooke was like, well, I don't care. And she kept cutting Jackie off, and then Jackie started screaming and cussing her out, calling her all kinds of bitches and stuff. So then she calmed down and was like, you know what, you right. This is my trip, and I shouldn't talk like that. I shouldn't be going off like that. So I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to get my cool together, and I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill out. Then Brooke started, so she said, well, something, my trip. Brooke was like, this ain't your trip no more. It ain't your trip no more. It's my trip. It's my trip. Child. Next thing you know, they get to arguing. Jackie stands up. Brooke stands up. Somebody threw some drinks. Now, I don't know who threw the drink first, but both of them had drinks in their hand. I don't know who threw the drink first, but next thing you know, drinks was flying, and then Jackie just flipped the whole damn table. She said, fuck it. And she just flipped the whole damn table. Child. That's where this episode ended. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.